Hello there everyone, this is Mark3 and welcome back to Cosmoteer. Yes, Cosmoteer. The Journey of the Obtuse, or the Obtuse V2 as I rechristened it in the that little hiatus. Well, I always come back feeling guilty and thinking like, I've got to explain myself a little bit. Why was I gone? It was going well. People were even saying, welcome back. On the last video, and then suddenly it was like, zip, nope, no more videos. It's like, unfortunately, real life caught up again, and I'm on new drugs, and medical drugs, by the way, antidepressants in this case, new type. And they did a bit of a number on me, and things slipped, and I just lost track of it. So, yeah, so, sorry about that. That's why Cosmoteer has been absent for a bunch of weeks now. I think it's been almost a month, actually. But anyway, let us continue. I certainly didn't intend the drop, and I'm going to keep going, because I want to continue working on the Obtuse. And yes, it's got a lovely new paint scheme on it. I said I was going to count this as a finished version, so I actually did paint it up a little bit. I'm still not sure about that, because part of going on the drugs was like the voices saying that did I do a good enough job, or that kind of thing, you know, like doubting the worth, or thinking I'm not doing enough and then being too scared to do anything. Hey, I'm a fruit basket. I've never tried to hide that. But anyway, we should probably continue. Right. Since the time has kind of gone to respond to people from the last video, I think I'm going to have to generalize a little bit. But yeah, I was glad to come back to Cosmoteer, and I still am. But the big takeaway people were saying was to get good performance, like turning and stuff like that, out of a ship of this shape, is you want a lot of thrust around the corners here, which makes sense. It's like applying centrifugal force. No, wait, no, that's not right. Strong lever action. I know what I'm trying to talk about, I just don't know how to word it. Force away from center of mass equals better application of said force. There we go. Random words that sound vaguely smirt. Yeah. Anyway, Obtuse V2. I've called it the V2 because I figure that in the Obtuse lineage there's actually room for a smaller craft based around a single ion beam with the power core and things built into this side here. And then it'll be like a much smaller ship, and that would be a V1 kind of thing. So, you know, that kind of thing. But today I'm going to start trying to build up to a V3, which means enlarging and upping the firepower on this design here. Now, someone also did say in the comments that there is actually a way to get a mirror split down this line here. I just really wish they said how to do it. Because they did not. And is it a mod or something? I would be willing to download a mod just to get access to that functionality, I fully admit. Yes, oh my god, Mark3 willing to download a mod. It's the end of the world. Yeah. Anyway, just gonna move this up here. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of like giving the The first thing, of course, is this thing must get longer. And I'll put another one up here as well. Because I don't want to sacrifice the shielding. You know? Gonna, I guess, remove those. Pop and pop. And I'll install the armor plates as needed. I don't want to lose the shielding. I've always really liked to rely on the shielding for this. And it's... Yeah, right click to rotate. You know, it's been a while if you forget how to rotate the darn things. But yeah, I prefer the sheer value of having shielding in this. I mean, admittedly, yeah, this design does have a bunch of armor plate as well, which I'm not going to shy away from using. because we've got to protect it. The shields aren't proof against absolutely everything that tries to be nasty and scratch the paint. Let's do it like that. No, actually, let's not. Yeah, let's do it like that. Lots of extra mass. And yes, I do remember I was also told last time that one of the things that's happened is armor is a lot heavier. So, yeah, I remember. There we go. But I think, because I've got power cores and things up here, I'm going to take advantage a little bit. And I'm going to actually include some thruster force up here as well for extra turning, because it's like, you know, it's away from the center of mass of the ship. It's definitely very bulky as far as most craft go with this kind of thing. But I'm okay with that. A little bit of bulk never hurts anyone. Yes. Will 2 crew be enough? Probably. Don't need anything massive regarding crew. I just need enough to ferry from a generator. If only there was a single... If only there was like a closet-sized crew space. A single square one. It's like, here, this is your sleeping quarters. Strap in, you have to stand up against the wall to sleep. It's like, this is your life now. But, yeah, these things do need power generators situated up there to get access to them, because this is going to be very awkward to try and plumb in for some kind of conveyor line. Very, very awkward, and I don't want my people having to walk across the beam for some strange reason. Actually, you know, maybe if I put it there and there, then actually give some big crew spaces. Kind of don't want it there because, yeah, I think like this. I admit it's far from perfect. They're going to be going across the line. They're going to be crossing their own bunk space to get the power cores where they need to go. But if I figure if I power 2 sets of shields off this, it'll be okay. Actually, let's back them up slightly. Let's put... What if I put the crew spaces back here? It will delay reaction time if the things are shutting down, but it will let me install a battery room in here as well, which can then function for that. The forward armor, I'm going to bulk out the forward armor slightly. Not for the protection of my crew, mind you. I'm just trying to figure out how to telefrag my crew into solid armored bulkheads, because that way I can save space. I figure they wouldn't object. They know it's being done for very good reasons, because I want to be a cheapskate and I don't want to actually give them a proper commute route to actually do stuff. And in this case, it's because I want the crew to serve as ablative armor, and I'm going to install them up front. Yeah, that looks safe. That looks safe. Oh dear. Okay. Do I need a warp drive up there? Probably. Yeah, I do. This is becoming a full section of the ship, isn't it? Not even a very well protected one, because it's only providing like forward arc protection. But yeah, it's far enough forward that it genuinely needs its own FTL drive core installed in the area just to keep my jump efficiency up, which I'm not exactly happy about. Just need to figure out where to put it. If I shuffle that way, shuffle that way. Whoops. Stop clicking on things. Stop rapidly clicking, you idiot. It's going to be easier. Right. There's the power core. I know this section's going to run out of power probably in the course of things, but that can't really be helped. I'll install the FTL drive there, I guess, on that side of it. And I'll just install a corridor opposite, like that. Yeah. And then armor plate. Because, of course, armor. Got to make sure the armor's up to scratch, right? And look at that solid neck of armor right there. I'll have to try and figure out if there's something I can do with that later. That's needed access for the crew to get around. I'm going to leave that armored there because, you know, don't want stuff randomly going through it. Figure that might be a bad idea. And a bit of crew. There. So yeah, this section is going to be an absolute bugger to work in. But I'm giving them ultimate cosmic power and EDD living space. Aladdin quotes, if you guys didn't know that one. If you do, you have my respect, sir. You are a man of culture. Yes. I'll also install fire extinguishers because I'm a good chap and I care about my crewmates. As you can tell, because I'm sparing no expense on their living accommodations and making sure they're comfortable. Yes. I don't know. Also, armor plate. Right. So, right side's going to be slightly more effective than left. That can't be helped. I can install some ancillary stuff in here. Like, I think I'm going to install actually like some PD guns in the area as well. Like, I think just let's actually go ahead and ruin our hull work and just install some point defenses there and there. I'm sure it'll all be fine. And those thrusters I mentioned are going to go up front. How much space have I got to work with? Might as well put them there like that, but then there won't be any like thrust that way though. So kind of wanna. Well, this thing has a lot more forward thrust than reverse thrust. How about? Well, I don't want to compromise the forward armor too much. That's the other thing. The forward armor is vaguely important. Vaguely important. It might be a factor in ongoing survival of the vessel. Yes, just possibly a factor in the survival of the vessel. So I don't want to compromise this forward armor layer any further than needed. It is currently rigged to be just behind the outer shield barrier for endurance purposes, but I don't want to fill it with holes now just so that I can get thrusts working. It really just would be more convenient to install it like that and say, haha, that's my thrust, deal with it. But I can't put it there because that will interfere with that on the other side. Maybe one there, but then that leaves that angle exposed for the power core. Well, the power storage in this case, but there's no really good places to put stuff up here because it's all too compact now. It's all too specialized. Bit too specialized. Maybe I'll tunnel a couple in there, I guess. Now that, admittedly, that's a slightly weaker point there now because armor, but there's now the bulk of it up here, which is distracting things more. So I think that will be safe to have those thrusters there in addition. I'll add. I guess I'll go with my initial thought, which is like add a pair of thrusters up here. More forward thrust. You will not escape, you commie buggers. Yes. Barrier detected, made of dirt, soil, and communism. Sorry, no, dirt, gravel, and communism. That's the quote. Liberty Prime. But I guess I want to put another focusing crystal to extend the range a little bit. I think I'll put it like around here-ish, behind the forward shield banks. And it's not right next to the reactor, so it wouldn't blow them up if it got destroyed there. I guess? I don't know. Maybe someday I'll make sense, but probably not today. I'll also install a couple of extra thrusters there, I guess? No, that's very close to the reactor. I actually want to protect that area a bit better. Donk. Donk. Yeah. Don't want to really weaken that chunk of armor there very much. Let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. Let's make sure it's all connected properly, and we'll see what the crew makes of it, I guess. Just need to install that crystal. Crystal. It's all it's, I think, there. Check commando, that's okay. Quick autosave. And I guess I'll just install a little bit of rounding mounts here. Oops, that's the wrong piece. I want that piece. Donk and donk. I hope you guys don't mind, by the way. I never actually got around to asking this last time, but I hope you guys don't mind that I'm trying to build. I'm showing like a bunch of building on this obtuse set of videos, because I did a lot of skipping last time, and I'm wondering if it's okay that I'm not really doing that this time. You know, I hope it's not boring to watch me mucking around in the build screen like this and trying to figure out how 1 + 1 = 3 and stuff like that. I really do feel like it should have some kind of thrust back here, but I don't want to weaken that forward blade of armor. I'll try it like this. And yes, I know that these reactors will get overtapped during a battle, but I don't want to commit and have like 4 reactors up here. That's why I installed the charge at the front here, just to make sure that the shield has ready access to a supply of power packs if it needs it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. The question is, though, how it's going to perform with the changes now. I know it's going to be slightly slower because a bunch of extra armor mass, but not really upped its engine capability. Seems those forward blade thrusters are helping a bit with the turning, though. That turn, I feel, was faster than it was before these changes. Okay, right, let's go ahead and jump the thing. By the way, since last time, I have wandered from up here down a bit into this area here, so we're on a separate system now. We were trying against professionals. I think maybe I'll try it against a veteran just to see. Got to remember though that I am planning to boost my. I'm planning to boost the ion beams for when we hit version 3 properly. So the main cannon is currently. Oh, I need to align that. Aim forward, please. There we go. So that'll do that. Looks a bit more like a 2-bladed sword now. Oh, actually, no. I know what many people who have watched my channel every so often will say. This looks very phallic. There we go. It looks very unfortunately phallic. I'll have to, now that I've realised that, I'm going to have to change the shape of it just so that we don't have that going on. But here we go. Our first shot at professional. I am actually going to save as well, just to make sure. So I don't have to redo what I did. There we go. It's got plenty of shielding. Professional, we've got 2 groups that have multiple ships in. Okay. Something I will note as well, that I think in the patch notes that came out last time, I've not really had a chance to go through them. I kind of feel like ion beams have had their range reduced slightly. I don't like how that's called rocket. I guess it's called rocket because of the shape, though. But it has a lot of laser firepower. Also got to bear in mind that the shifting of position means the weaponry on the rear section is not really working as well. I might want to replace that with better lasers and things. Ion beam seems to be doing okay though. Forward armor's taking the hits, that's why I didn't want to tunnel a thruster into that area. Oh, accidentally, this ion crystal is behind the arc of these shields as well, actually, so it's a bit better protected. Yeah, electro bolt causing some harm. Yeah, I need to up that ion beam. Definitely do. Say though, this is actually quite good. I wasn't sure if I was ready for professional, but I feel like I might be. And yeah, right now I'm bullying the weak a little bit, it seems, because that guy has got a power core, so he's technically still alive. But yeah, $58,000, or sorry, space credits or whatever the currency is. There we go, and a whole chunk of fuel. So yeah, let's patch up that front area. Let's see, weaponry, weapons. Maybe I should install some cannons on this thing as a backup weapon system. I don't know. Right. I want to check the ranges though. I want something with longer range. 260. I know Electrobolt's shorter. I think. Where's the range? 180. Yep. Looks like I'm going to be going with ions as the main beam as well. Sadly, this ship can't carry railguns. Because they would fire out at an angle. Wouldn't work. What's the range on this? Range 190. Really? I thought they had longer range than that. Oh well. Yeah, so secondary weapons... Mind you, I mentioned this at the start, didn't I? I was going to put ion beams as the secondary weapon system. Just kind of thinking right now. I think... The thing is, though, to really install the new weapon systems, I would need to tear this entire center section apart, and it's kind of all integrated, so it can't readily be dragged around, I don't think. Not readily, at the very least. I'll give it a try, though, I guess. Let's go ahead and grab... I want to leave that shield bank there. Tell you what, let's go ahead and cut... Let's go copy this section. And I'll put it over... I can't because it's not connected. So what I'm thinking is, I will extend it so that we've got the shields like meeting in the middle down here, right? That way we know that this area's got one layer of shielding on it. But that's, again, kind of like... I'm not wanting this to be a three-sided thing. I kind of want to be longer with actually more substantial side sections. I don't know, it's going to be a major redesign to properly do the stuff that I'm now thinking of. But at the very least, I can... actually do something about the backup ion beams, I think. Since, as we already know, well established, we just need to run a... what are you running? You're running that shield, right? We know one reactor will run one ion beam. So, we can be very aggressive and very, very simplistic in our surgery. And say that we're just going to install an ion beam at the back here. And say, ha, take that, you're going to die. Anyway, yeah, that's a potential course. I'll move that. I'm going to get rid of the electro bolts. They are the short range thing. Nice to have. Going to move that engine over there as well. And then we're going to just point blank install and I think there actually, so it's behind the shields a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. Let's move that there. Ion beams there. Oops. Once again, I was hitting R to rotate stuff. Bad habit. Put that there. Then a prism will be put like out there. Just need to actually connect the thing. What's not connected? Never mind. I don't know why it's complaining about that now. Right. Put that there. Then I'll put an ion beam crystals out here. Are they going to be horribly exposed? Yes, I admit. But they are partially protected by shielding, so they've at least got that. So they do have at least some protection, and they are not exactly high power ion beams either. But yeah, that's going to be that. Power. Armor. Quickly button this thing back up from a very, very makeshift alteration to its component loadout. Just like that. Okay, now I need to make sure it's all connected. Bosh. 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 Make sure it's connected to that. There and there. That should do it. Only a slight modification down here, but we've added in secondary ion beams on the sides. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, I guess. And the thing about those ones though is they're going to be free targeting as well. Let's go ahead and save this again before we throw this into the fight. Save the obtuse now. So yeah, but the general plan is at first, like, I was going to have like secondary ion beams on the edges of the ship anyway, connected to things. That's always been in the general plan. So like, make it wider, get some extra forward beams on it, like annihilate thing in front, but there'll be some less powerful ion beams on the sides to act as secondary turrets, which would also help against multi-targets and things like that as well. But that was always kind of in the cards a little bit. And this is just the first attempt to implement that. I mean, this area is pretty far back, so it should be relatively safe. Oh wait, hang on, don't want to. We are ending up in multiple engagements. Go after the stalker. That thing is nasty. It's got electro bolts all over the place. And yeah, look, smaller secondary beams. Look, that's one. Go for that, please. Yes. This is definitely the way to go. They stood no chance. Oh my! It's a competitor. It's a competitor. Murder him. Nope. Yep, he's been murdered. Forward armor did get knocked out, but when I knocked out most of his beams, though, it stopped the blast from actually getting through too far. Glorious. This is kind of what I was hoping for with this design. Just seeing it being able to do that, like, I have a big central death ray, and by the way, I've got more death rays. Have fun. Damage was fairly light. That massive beam grid did chew through the forward protection really quickly, so there is that. But the forward grid wasn't really meant to be indestructible. That's why there's backups of it a bit further in. I think maybe drop the shield back slightly, or maybe make a more dense version would be good. Yeah, I think that'll be a way forward. More dense version, so that if the outer shields fail, there is actually another layer of shielding before the shield generators at the front start getting hit. That would probably be great to have. But yeah, this ship is qualified for professionals now, definitely. In fact, oops, hang on, I think I've... yeah, I did forget something, as it turns out. There we go. Quick access to the fire extinguisher if needed. That'll do. Yep. Yeah, I forgot to plug in some doors at the back. Oh well. But yeah. Reinforced shielding. Oh, I've got part of the avalanche with me, apparently. Okay, cool. I just brought part of my victim along to show you guys what exactly was going on. Oh, yep, there we go, secondary. Oh, they're in range though, so I need to turn. Lecture bolts. They're trying. Oh, bisected completely. Okay, we are now against this disruptor, but again, yeah, they are trying to kill the ion crystals down there. It is still not quite covered by that shield, unfortunately. But this is why I intend for that to be a lot further back in the array as well. So that will get changed later on. As we enlarge the ship design, these things should be better protected, but and they will also be more isolated from their beams as well. Right now they're just right next to it because convenience right now. But yeah, this thing is working very, very well. Me, I'm happy. Yeah, but I'm afraid that's also all the time we've got for this episode, so we're going to have to wrap it there. I do apologise for the lapse in service, but the next episode should be a lot sooner than the last one was. So yeah, that'll be a thing. But until next time, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. And I'll catch you all some other time for some more Cosmeteer, or whatever may be your viewing pleasure. See you later.